NXT Round 1, presented by Hulu. 5-4 matchup, the Utah Jazz and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Gobert.
All right, time for tonight's starting lineups, presented by Kia for Utah. David Guthrie and Josh Tibbin, the Rubio. Left it out there. Paul George steps in front for the steal. George gives it up. Brewer. Oh, it's Westbrook cutting to the hole for the jam. By Favors. Mitchell, the Euro. Kick. Ingles, the J. He cans it. Number 4. He's lived up to it. George, stolen by Rubio. Rubio maintains his balance. Oh, what a feed. Mitchell, big finish. Beautiful setup by Rubio, the blind pass.
Welcome to
late in the season. They lost Andre Robertson, such a defensive presence. Favors inside, slammed down by Gobert. Mitchell the board. Mitchell, high floater, and Ephus. Mitchell has not missed a shot. I repeat, Donovan Mitchell has not missed it to go here in the opening quarter. 10-point lead for the Jazz. On a bounce, extra feed, slam down, Gobert. The City has no offensive rebounds. They've been the best offensive rebounding team in the NBA. George off balance. It goes with Paul George. Oklahoma City trying to find a rhythm here in the half court. It's Anthony, bottom. And Rubio. Westbrook. Adams the offensive rebound. They get a reload. George fires and hits the three. Westbrook. Pull up pop. Yes. Russell run to tie it. Rubio trying to quiet the crowd. He does with a bank shot plus the foul. He can go back to get it. 10 to shoot. Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Exum, the lane opened up. High floater off.
Taking PG out around the 3-minute mark, having him fresh to start period 2.
Oh, way defense. Missed it. Felton pushing tempo. Crosses over. Sneaky play. Thunder can take the lead. Anthony, he's got it. A three.
Back up and into it.
Back in the postseason, Carmelo Anthony, big first quarter. Favors leans in, banks it in, and hand on that miss from George. Oh, George just got crushed by Exum. Backdoor cut. Exum. Hot potato. The jumper goes.
Offense to operate with that kind of stickiness in the ball. They're not getting it off to the first available player.
Silky smooth Paul George. Only one of the big 3 on the floor. It's that one, Russell Westbrook. 3-point lead for the Thunder. They can add to it here. Abrinas using the mellow screen. Abrinas step back 3. He nails it. He's just given the Thunder their largest lead. Rubio doesn't take the 3. Instead penetrates and fades for 2. Oklahoma City. Thunder get into it quickly. Westbrook on a turnaround. The bank shot goes. Rubio, the bounce. Gobert turns it over. Oh! Russell Westbrook goes airborne. Points from the big 3. 33 of Oklahoma City's 40. Mitchell crosses. Mitchell to the hoop. Donovan Mitchell.
They're very good at it, but they like to play late into the shot clock. They found some angles and seams in this first half. In a vacuum of Gordon Hayward leaving and the Jazz thinking, what do we do now? Well, you do Donovan Mitchell.
Gobert! 7 to shoot. George crosses, challenges Gobert. Off the glass. One lead for the Thunder. Westbrook fades, connects. Good for me. Gobert on a ball fake. Rubio stop and go all the way with the left hand. Ball when a rookie is dominating the way that Mitchell had during parts of this season. George, he's got it. Largest lead of the night for Oklahoma City. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Crowder lines up a 3. Nails it. And a strong answer by the Thunder as we start this third quarter. Brewer drives in and a scoop to the hoop for OKC. Anthony Rubio has taken the most attempts so far this evening for Utah. Mitchell lets it fly. Bottom on a 3. Ingles penetrates and scores.
But that's the thing that Eagles have some options with either driving the score or make plays that will help them get in their flow.
They leave Paul George free, and he cans it.
Conversation with the officials about the physicality that we talked about in the first half. Paul George and Ingles going at one another.
Oh, George is smoking.
47 kickball violations, first in the league. OKC 36, fourth in the league.
Nobody's got that. You're the only one coming to the table. Joe Ingles, former soccer player, hits a three. Westbrook to the corner. It's Brewer, a triple. City trying to build this lead to double figures. Westbrook tipped home by Adams to the middle. Adams couldn't gather. Mitchell challenging Abrinas. Oh, he spins it in. Mitchell trying to take over. Bottom on a three. Tries to get a running start. Exum. He lost the ball. Anthony jars it loose. Westbrook attack mode. Cushion for the Thunder. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. George, the handles. Splash on a three. Crowder had a mismatch against Felton. Mitchell high archer, rebounds it, and gets the roll on the inside. Abrinas over Exum. Off the rim, rebounded by George. Peeks at the clock. George fires at the horn. He's got it. Paul George beats the buzzer.
Billy Donovan has had to figure out a lot of personalities along with his play.
Exum gets to the hole. They back George out off the double team. Grant challenges Ingles, creates some space. Abrinas corner pop. Bottom. It's a three. Oklahoma City is 11 of 25 from three-point range. Dante Exum. George. O'Neal goes down. George. Oh, he's not human. Able to shake the Jazz completely. Grant, kick it out, same spot. Oh, Abrinas! Good timing because the Jazz need him here in the fourth. Crowder, the three.
He had enough room as he was, for some reason, backed up, knocked it down.
It was not fluid.
And we know when you make your first shot coming back in the game from an injury, it gives you energy.
Westbrook cans it from the outside. A starting five for the Jazz. Mitchell using the favor screen, accelerates, gets it to go. Donovan Mitchell in his playoff debut. Westbrook lobs it up for Adams, who slams it down. They had it rolling in January, and then the injury to Robertson put them to a screeching halt. Spin move by
down here, and with Paul George back in, they've got to shut that off.
Westbrook, the shake and bake, the lob. Oh, Adams climbs the imaginary ladder. Get ahead, caught by Brewer. Rubio last line of defense. And Adams was able to raise his right arm. Anthony a three. Bullseye. Back on the bench. That probably is it for him tonight. Rubio on a kick. Ingles, shooting practice, a three. Down to 2.5 to play. Rubio going coast to coast. Missed it with the left hand. Tip in. Slammed down by Gobert after the side rim on a three. Westbrook drives in for two. On the inside, tracked down by Neto after the miss. Exum gives it up. Burks, the J. It's a three. Alec Burks
on the free throw line as Westbrook knocks it down. 29th again in the league during the regular season.
Burks drives in and a corkscrew for two. Strikes first in this best-of-7 first-round series. A 116-108 home victory against the Jazz. Playoff key, Paul George, 36 points, 7 rebounds. Westbrook, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists.
The timing of cuts, spacing, consistency of effort and execution. The Jazz,
the Thunder the ball from distance, which they didn't allow the Jazz to get to, as Adams controls the tip.
Ricky Rubio, pass it out. Brewer can't flag the pass down, and that's one of the things that Billy Donovan was talking about. Brewer staying attached to Mitchell as they come to the near side of the floor. Rubio driving, dishing the corner three, falls. The matchup the other night. George trying to feed Adams, cut to the basket, it's deflected and stolen. Favors inside, Gobert by himself. Billy Donovan says we need
really just changing the tide with their defense.
getting everybody involved. Westbrook finds a seam and a lane right to the rim, and he scores. Been doing a better job the latter half of the season and into the playoffs playing with the pass. Westbrook driving, kicking the corner three. Hello! Over that screen, good double team action, and then Gobert trying to dish it off to Favors underneath. It's stolen. Russell going to go right at Rubio. Wow! You want to talk about
that the momentum has shifted, and he's trying to keep that momentum, that 9-0 start that they had. It's pretty much gone now.
Totally gone. I thought Crowder kicked that ball.
He may have. That was missed as well.
Mitchell extending to the rim and scoring for his candidate, I think, for Rookie of the Year.
Oh, it's a two-man race.
George fouled at the three-point line. Count it! PG
to start the ball game. Wow.
Rubio checked by Anthony. Thunder using its length. Westbrook caught in a mismatch with Favors, who's been shots. Russell shooting 3 of 6 in the early going, making 4 out of 7 as he throws a rainbow down the floor with 3 turnovers over the last 5.5 minutes.
Well, this is the offense that Utah likes to run.
Mitchell adjusts. Got Brewer to leave his. George pressure with help from Anthony. Turnover as Felton recovers. Jay Grant going to go right to the rim, extend and score.
Some kind of flow in transition.
Nixon driving. Abrinas does a nice job of running Mitchell off the three-point line. He's offline, but there's another offensive board for Favors, and he packs it. George for three, got it! Working off the screen, PG-13 drops a bomb. Thunder back on the high side. Exum extending at the rim to Donovan gang here at Chesapeake Arena. Repko checked by Abrinas, extending, and Maskin for the basketball. George checked tightly by Ingles again. They had a spirited battle, and at the three-point line, not much experience at point guard. Thump from the corner off a bullet pass from Jeremy Grant, scores for 3. 4 points, the Thunder's largest lead of the ball game. O'Neal the straightaway 3, and as the shot clock rebound. O'Neal bidding for the steal, squares up. George crossing over, feeding Grant inside for the bucket at the rim. Repko run off the three-point line. He'll take it inside the Euro step. Somebody got a handle on that. I think it was Patterson. On the kick out, Rubio for 3, scores it. To the corner, Ingles set up by Rubio, scores for 3. Utah on a 12-2 run over the Jonas to Repko. Measures, 3 triggers, and comes up short. Mitchell finds Repko behind the defense.
Mitchell stepped out of bounds. Those little things like that are huge in possession basketball.
George is back for Abrinas. Brewer underneath the flash pass. Favors is back. Anthony will drive on him. Extended score.
Right before Gobert could get there.
Rubio hesitated as Westbrook was hung up on the screen. Brewer checks Mitchell, who is able to power his over the last 6.5 minutes in building this now 7-point lead. Anthony sets up Favors, steps back and scores.
And he is making
the low post. Westbrook trying to tip it back. Brewer went down, no call. Rubio with the lob as Gobert
taking that shot. Boy, Thunder will take that. That pocket pass almost 2 feet.
Skip past the Brewer in the corner for 3. Bang! And it's a 3-point game. Jeremy Grant at the scorer's table. George fights over the screen, stays attached to Ingles. Rubio outside, giving too much room to shoot for 3. And behind the scenes here at Chesapeake Arena, hope you're enjoying the fruits of their labors on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Gobert and Favors getting the game's first 9 points. Anthony on the Thunder's front. Favors from Rubio, scores over Anthony. Rubio missed Gobert on the pick and roll. The kick out the corner three. That'll fall for Derek Favors. George asking for it. Mismatch with Rubio. He steps back and he scores. Snatching down that rebound. The Thunder down 6 with possession. Westbrook, back to your point, speeding up the game. He goes right at his man. It's a 1-point swing. Mitchell out of the trap. Corner three. Rubio catches the back. Nice box out by Anthony. The rebound for Brewer. In transition, Russ got it for three. Green from Grant is short. Russell for the steal. He's going to go right at Gobert. Kick it outside. The catch and shoot three. No! Hello! It's a one! Westbrook has 3 steals. George a wide open three. Thunder on the high side. Jeremy Grant getting inside. Tough shot.
Russell Westbrook is out of the ball game.
Shot clock to 5. Anthony singled up with Mitchell. He'll step back and he'll score. It's a 10-point Thunder. Thunder will have to take a shot here. A second and a half difference between game and shot clock. Off a nice screen. Gobert takes pass. Goes rim. Scores.
It's just smart basketball in the quarter by the Thunder. Not relying so much on the three-point shot. Finding ways to get to the bucket.
Mitchell, baseline, packing it.
He had his hands on one, but Grant was able to poke it away.
Exum pokes that away. From Felton. Finds Jerebko. Trailing the play, and he's going. Patterson denies the rolling action. Mitchell looking for space. And a tough shot. Thunder's done a nice job of keeping Joe Ingles quiet, but Ricky Rubio trying to make up for that and Westbrook, and then he gets some help from Felton.
Just using his athleticism on Rudy Gobert.
Nice seam in the defense. Felton for three. Top of the building would have come off.
Absolutely.
Mitchell challenged and equal to it. Mitchell with 22 points to lead all scorers in this game. Grant asking for it. Gets in front of the defense.
Got up the open three on that side of the floor.
Westbrook driving. Setting up Adams underneath. The soft finish. The Thunder shots have missed 4 of them. Denying that three-point threat. Mitchell up and under to score on Adams. 3 team fouls either way. Rubio fights over the screen. And then nice return pass as Gobert throws
to Mitchell with the basketball again.
Rubio for three. Got it. Ricky Rubio with his. And Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell spins away from George and feathers it down to lead the Jets in the quarter. Grant will attack Gobert, reverse and score. Westbrook trying to return it to George. Not a great pass. The challenge by Gobert at the three-point line, and Utah now just trying to dribble it. Utah has a 7-point lead. George spinning and offline, and the Thunder's just going to back it out. Utah comes to Oklahoma City looking for a split and does earn that split, holding the Thunder to 40% shooting and leaving Chesapeake Arena on this night with a 102-95 victory.
Well, the Jazz got to the free throw line. That was the difference in this ball game. They had 33 attempts at the free throw line to just 18 for the Thunder.
Best of 7 first-round matchup between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Utah Jazz. This series tied. George still dealing with that hip contusion a bit. Corey Brewer, Carmelo Anthony, and has felt connected to this team all season. As Rubio scoots around Westbrook. Here comes Mitchell through the paint. Scoots it in.
The physicality up a little bit. Some skirmishes last night, some skirmishes today, and guys know that the season's on the line. Nice shot there by Melo.
Yeah, he needs to chases it down. Adams, the little bunny, is good. 22 minutes of game 2. Ingles finds Gobert, open alone, and puts it down. Jazz 1-8 in their last 9 home playoff games. George step back three is good, and after the contusion on his hip, a little more on the offensive end than the defensive end. Ingles slides in for 2. But Utah was a plus 11 in that category in their Game 2 win. Rubio's jumper rattles it. Here is Anthony sizing up Favors. And Melo connects.
His hit jab series, still one of the best one-on-one when he catches the basketball.
Ingles in the corner, splash! Gobert pinned on the block. Great ball fake from Rubio, frees himself for 2. Rubio, confidence in his handle. Finds Mitchell in the corner. You bet! On a 3! 7 of 8 from the floor and have assisted on all 7 of those field goals. Nice find from Rubio to Favors. Westbrook will pull up and hit.
For energy, but Oklahoma City needs to have a little bit more resistance.
In the corner, it's Brewer. He got it on a 3. Then finds Anthony on the move. He'll give it up. Nice movement here to Patterson. He got it on a 3. Westbrook, explosive, kicks. Patterson hits. An 11-0. Heard Kara detail in the open now. They need a little more from Russ. This time he dumps it off to Adams.
I love the way he's playing.
Run in the third quarter of Game 2. Crowder's pull-up is good to end that dance. Westbrook just lost it, trying to get it back. Astutely shovels to the corner for Felton on a 3. Over there with Billy Donovan. We'll, of course, be working the NFL draft for us next week as Felton buries it through. Shot clock down to 5. Exum looking to motor pass Felton, who hung nicely, but Exum uses the length
on the offensive end.
Favors a free agent to be as Exum throws it away. George slinking ahead and powering it down. Crowder plods ahead and banks it off. Arenas drags him out. 5 to shoot. Mitchell goes right around him for 2. And Abrines had no chance. John Stockton watching a fellow Utah guard. Great no-look from Westbrook to Anthony for the flush. Conversation, he said Stockton couldn't have been better to him. He was sort of preparing him for being cut and what it was going to take mentally to continue to have once he came back from injury for good. Rubio sees O'Neal. He got it. Rubio off one leg, why not?
Do you see the difference in that play than the one we showed out of the timeout in the first quarter? Activity by Russell Westbrook to make that pass a little higher, and weak side D by Carmelo. But this is something special, man. I mean, Utah brings it.
It's outstanding as Brewer skies in for the putback. So it reminds him of a collegiate atmosphere, and these fans, most of them on their feet. Rubio puts it in. Rubio for the lead. He got it. In this first half. After a fast start, he is quieted in the second. George pushes off and lays in. Rubio. It's been his half. Slings it to Ingles. On a 3. Favors at it, stolen by Westbrook. He has Anthony to his right. Westbrook soars in for the finish. Wrestled it. Mitchell, great feed. Rubio, denied by Adams. Gobert cleans it up. As is usually the case in an NBA arena. Westbrook connects on a 3. Adams hooks it in and ties this game. Go over to Adams. Just like that, the Thunder can take the lead, and they do on a 3.
There's some production on the offensive end. Those trail threes manning that 4 position.
Mitchell with an answer. Throws it in, deflects it. Here comes Rubio. The bounce to Gobert for the hammer. Westbrook explodes and gets denied. Mitchell and Gobert both there. Mitchell on the other end is a goaltender. George goes around the Patterson screen, finds him on the pop, and he hits along two Gobert free throws. Grant trying to force his way in, and Gobert would have none of it. Westbrook now 5 of 17 from the floor. O'Neal catch, fire, hit. Place ready to pop. Gobert! George's three is good, and does that get Paul George going? Ready for the Jazz. Ingles has the mismatch on Adams, separates, can't finish, follow good. No. Gobert flags it down, Rubio heaves it, and hits it! Grant will take it this time. No. Brewer went for the rebound, pushes it up and in.
The capability to go for big quarters.
Mitchell has a seam, lays it in. 14 for Mitchell. Westbrook saunters to the scorer's table. George has another. And just the last 16 for the Thunder. 10 to shoot, Rubio. Fading away, puts it in. 4 in this game. George sizing up Mitchell. He has 2 more.
Sizing up.
Mitchell cuts through 2. Flips. Ingles. 3. You bet. Mitchell will pull. And hit. And assists. Selden in the corner. Ends the run. Rubio getting crafty.
Did you see that fake play there by Ricky?
A filthy play from Ricky Rubio has been just tremendous tonight. Wanted a whistle, obviously didn't come. Inside, Favors blocks Adams. Mitchell comes away with it. Mitchell for 2. Just 2+ minutes away from a 2-1 series lead. And a game 4 at home. As Mitchell splashes in 2 for Mitchell. Grant puts it in, plus the foul. Ferguson hits the 3. Pretty cool stuff. Burks puts it in. Third. At the end of the frame, Utah took control, and then they have dominated. Grant finishes on the reverse side. Authoritative Game 3 win. Take a 2-1 series lead over the Thunder. Ricky Rubio with a triple-double. Rudy Gobert, 18 and 12 plus. Such an impact on the defensive end for the Utah Jazz.
Namaste for Ricky Rubio. He's finding a happy place. Starting lineups: Oklahoma City, George, Anthony, Westbrook, DeMar Davis, Bill Kennedy, Bill Spooner. Veteran officiating crew. We're underway here in Game 4. Paul George had the big Game 1. Off the penetration. Kick. Brewer sticks it. A 3 to open the corner. Rebounded by Westbrook. The cutter. Adams for the slam. Westbrook had 26 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Rubio. A dart. Extra feed. Oh, for the jam. The French flush. Gobert. 1 points in the Game 3 victory. Ingles to Gobert. Another stuff.
Beautiful delay by Joe Ingles on the feed.
Westbrook both things and lay in. Rubio bit. There was no misses it high off the window. Cleared by Favors. Rubio looks ahead. Ingles gives it up. Oh, denial by Brewer. He just go Mitchell.
You got to be prepared, and you got to know your audience, but you also have to be patient.
Oh, the French rejection! Gobert gets Westbrook.
And Paul George, as we know after game 1, playoff P showed up. So the crowd is yelling, push off P on that last one.
And a 9-5 lead for the Thunder. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first. Mitchell, bottom, it's a three.
Cut off with Gobert in the lineup.
Half-court set here for the Jazz. Crowder drives in, missed the run on one-hander, but fouled by Favors. He came out and foul trouble in game 3. The steal, George, a 2-on-1. George will do it himself with a flip. Down. This Utah squad were 28 and 13 here at home. The spin. Oh, Mitchell!
Saw that in the fourth quarter, an unstoppable spin move by Donovan Mitchell.
Jazz up by 1. George the J. He buries it. It's a triple.
In the same way, so Paul George making his presence felt physically.
4th team foul against the Jazz. Isolation. Westbrook goes glass. Rubio working around the perimeter. Mitchell gets the step on Brewer. The drive. The scoop. Donovan foul to O'Neal. Westbrook the drive. And the finish.
Magnificent in game 2 in OKC. That time burying deep for post position.
Lob it up. Anthony the finish. Long rebound to Mitchell. O'Neal steps into it. It's a three. Move it up the floor quickly. Crowder for three. Book it.
Jay Crowder has not shot in
Oklahoma City a 7-point lead. Ingles lobs it up. Favors the catch. Favors throws it down. Off the glass, no. Adams clears. Westbrook right down the middle. Tossed back by Favors, but Oklahoma.
And how much does he mean to your team during this stretch? In game 2, a huge run late in the second quarter for Utah.
Crossover, off balance delivery. Russell Westbrook. Mitchell splits defenders and finishes with the offhand. Over Crowder. Can't hit. Rubio. No call. Rubio's jumper. Off the mark. Tipping doesn't go. Second tip does. Rubio on a skip pass. Crowder. Oh, what a defensive play by Carmelo Anthony to jar it loose. It's in his first half. Ingles has played 9. Corner. O'Neal. Yes. A three. Brewer forced to give it up. Anthony up back into the shot clock winding down. The turnaround. Carmelo Anthony cans it. 31. Mitchell weaves through traffic and scores.
How many times this series?
3 shots. Adams challenging Gobert. The left-handed floater. Thunder up by 2. Rubio to the corner. Ingles. It's a three. Rubio gives it up. Ingles the drive and dish. Ingles delivers. 1 minute to go. First half. Anthony over Favors. Adams trying to back tap it. Anthony cuts it off there. Hangs and hits. 10-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Ingles. Hot hand. Yes! One last possession. Mitchell, hard drive. Mitchell gets it to go.
Not fast enough. Now Russ has to play the game smart and finish it out.
What compounds that 3D, though, as we get the lob for Favors. Well, we compound one. Crowd now on its feet.
Lob it up. Slams it down. It's Gobert.
I think I figured what play he called out of the timeout was called his number.
Carmelo Anthony, the off-balance
advantage offensively.
Rubio had no assists with 6 minutes to go in the first half. He has 5 in the last 9 minutes. Donovan. Westbrook got a little bump from Ingles. Westbrook for 2. The steal for George. And George will take it in for the two-handed throwdown. Mitchell the penetration. Gets it to go. George one-on-one with Mitchell. Leans in. Count it. Paul George, a foul. Long rebound to Rubio. Jazz in transition. Rubio the misdirection. The pull-up. Yes. Mitchell one-on-one with Grant. Cross. Jumper. Splash. O'Neal on a kick. Mitchell to Ingles. Three on the way. Block. Crowder battling inside with Carmelo Anthony. The turnaround is good. To 70, Jazz. Felton for Grant. They work it around. Abrines a deep one. Count it. It's a three. 10 to shoot. Favors circles. Screens. Crowder slashes to the rim. Stripped away by Abrines. George scoops it up. They're down by 17. George bullies his way to the rim. 15. There's that matchup again. George with Ingles. Bounces. Grant attacks. Tough shot. Jazz. Ingles knifes in for the bucket and the foul. Maintained for Utah. 8 turnovers for the Jazz, 13 for the Thunder. The dish inside. Grant had it knocked away by Mitchell. Hook to the outside. Claimed by Rubio. Secures it. Rubio turns it over. Felton rushes to the rim and lays it in. Scorers table with 8:22 to go here in the fourth. Rubio to the corner. Mitchell lets it fly. It's a three. George was asking for it against Rubio. Adams will get it to him. George, the leaner. For the first time. Now make that Josh Houston, who's now in OKC. Oh, look out. Crowder getting into it with Carmelo Anthony. Assistant coach is trying to make peace. Crowder being ripped away. George. Nice fake on Ingles. George. Silky smooth jump shot for three. George, this is a deep hole that OKC is trying to dig out of. Adams. Houston draws the assignment on Mitchell. The cross. Mitchell the drive. 105-88, Utah. Westbrook to the hole. They clear the area. Now Rubio comes over. Mitchell. It's a three. Donovan. Mitchell swings it. Corner jump. Ingles. It's a three. And it's in. Dakari Johnson for Oklahoma City. Abrines, the J. 7 to shoot. O'Neal lines it up. In, out, and in. Attendance, fans on their feet. Abrines with a three. 2.3 to play. The Utah Jazz take a commanding 3-1 lead on the Oklahoma City Thunder. 113-96. The Jazz win a pair here at home.
Game in Oklahoma City, and we say welcome into Game 5 of this first-round set. Thunder playoff basketball. The Thunder with more turnovers than assists on Monday in Game 4. Carmelo Anthony long for this biggin tonight at Chesapeake. George in a mismatch will drive on Gobert. The help comes, and that'll be an and one. And three. Good sign when he gets his work done early and gets a little bit of opportunity on Sheridan. Gobert.
Now, this is good defense by the Thunder. Now, you just got to finish this. You got to finish this series.
Rubio got Westbrook on his hip
in basketball. He wasn't so much of a factor in Game 4, but don't let him get started on the offensive glass.
Thunder is off to a 1-7 start. Anthony cuts in. They are 32-7. Thunder with a 1-point lead and possession as we reach the midpoint of the first quarter. Adams skying for the lob. 68% of their shots have come inside the 15-second mark. Grant gave Mitchell a little.
Really, when it gets down to it, they play ISO basketball with Donovan Mitchell.
Off the screen from Adams. Westbrook rattles one home.
Being ready when your number is called.
Ingles is back, sets up Gobert on the lob. The kick out, a wide open corner three for Crowder.
game. If Rudy Gobert is running down Main Street, someone has to get him, or there's a shooter open somewhere.
Wide open three for Brewer. He's got it. Westbrook found it. Royce O'Neal will slash to the basket. Draw the double team. Crowder again for three. Same place. Westbrook has that pass deflected. Long lead pass for Crowder. Thought he took an extra step, but he was way too far out in front. Anthony on the switch. Brewer drives Crowder off the three-point line. That extra pass to Ingles for three.
Utah collapse the defense and then kick out to the open shooters.
Westbrook crosses over. Mitchell funnels him left. Russell able to power.
You just got to stay home. That's a more better word here. See, there's another open three here as Crowder hits his third three. That's a problem. At you.
Alex Abrinas is reported for Oklahoma City. George gets deep. Nifty move. He couldn't finish, but Jeremy Grant right there and reserves. Under extending Utah in this possession, but again a wide open corner three for Ingles, and he knocks that down. It's the difference on that pair. Crowder fakes drive and fires three and scores again. Jay Crowder having the playoff. Raymond Felton has checked in for the Thunder. He resets George, who spins, fires, and scores. Felton, as Exum takes a dive. Give me a yellow card, just like they do in soccer.
Absolutely.
Ingles cleared out. Nobody came to him, and Joe Ingles gives Utah 7 3-pointers in the quarter. The Jazz with an 8-point lead. George trying to respond, and he does at the buzzer. Favors mishandled on the pick and roll, got it back and scored.
Point line attacking with their favorite play, the two-man game, getting a foul out of that.
Jerebko switches, Westbrook pulls up and scores to make it an 8-point game at 30.
And even though you didn't get nothing out of that, you still have to defend right here if you're the Thunder.
Patrick Patterson guarding Mitchell, who pulls up. Utah shooting at 2 out of 5 in the quarter. Westbrook exploding to the rim and scores. Crowder puts it on the deck, had an option. Here comes Eustace to send that flying into the courtside seats.
And that's why he led the Pac-12 in rebound.
Mitchell the inbound, Ingles catching, firing, scoring for three.
You just can't let that happen. That's a play you
6-2 on second chances. George spins away from Ingles, gets him on his hip, and scores.
Just a smart play.
George turned around, expecting to find Adams closer to him. He throws the ball away, and it results in a run-out lead, and we're nearly to halftime. Another steal for Mitchell. 4 assists and now 7 turnovers. Gobert running behind the Oaks. Checked by Gobert. Blocked by Gobert as Mitchell came to help. Ball caroms out to Corey Brewer. He's going to drive and score with the rebound. They gum up the initial attempt at the pass, and then Mitchell 7-9 has not taken a free throw here in the second quarter. Anthony off the screen from Adams scores. Long 2-point goal. But the offset was their 8 made threes to 2 in 10 attempts by Oklahoma City. Donovan Mitchell stumbling. That ball poked away off contact as Utah collapses into the deep paint. Rubio for 3, and he does score.
Down.
Westbrook exploding to the rim. He's blocked by Gobert. Wide open look. Mitchell the corner 3. Rubio checked at the 3-point line. Crowder steps back from beyond the arc, and he drains another.
Minutes to make up this big of a deficit. It starts with not having any empty possessions.
Off the screen, Westbrook scores for 3. That is a career high for him in 3 straight games now.
He's one of the guys who's a standstill shooter.
And he can't get out to Westbrook. Who knocks
for the Jazz. Just keep cashing in.
George attacks and one.
This is letting them play right now. I thought there was a lot of contact on that drive by Donovan Mitchell as well.
Off the screen from Adams. Russell scores again. Shot, and all of a sudden Utah has lost its touch beyond the arc, leaving the door open for this rally led by Russell Westbrook.
As Gobert splits both free throws.
Nice spin move by George and a pretty finish.
The shot clock violation.
the Jazz recovering. In transition, Mitchell will take it to the rim and pack it. Challenged and blocked by Udoh. Shot clock didn't reset. Thunder's going to have to hurry. Westbrook off the flyby, scores for three. The challenge by Mitchell. The Thunder with a stop. George out in front of the defense. And it's Westbrook for three. Scores!
Actually, I believe he has 5 personal fouls.
Beg your pardon, you are correct, sir.
And that's
Favors with 4.
That's going to keep him on the bench.
George to run it. O'Neal denied by Abrines as the shot clock expires. Rubio scores for Westbrook. Cocking the hammer and pulling the trigger. Westbrook beating St. Grant on the pick and roll.
15 free throw attempts so far in the second half.
Westbrook attacking, setting up Adams with the setup for his 6th assist to go along with 36 points and 11 rebounds. Abrines challenging Mitchell, who gets the assist. Mitchell looking for space. Gobert with the follow-up. Adams screens first for George. Then for Russ for 3.
His length that time kept him in front of him.
The drive, the kick. Abrines, Senor! There for the Thunder. Westbrook finds a seam and scores again. Russ with 40. One of the single most electrifying performances in the association all year long. Rubio adjusts and punishing screen by Adams. George.
They're pushing north of the century mark.
Mitchell challenged at the rim but scored. 5-point advantage for the Thunder with 2:25 remaining. Mitchell spinning and scoring again. Donovan Mitchell. George stepping back and scores for 3 from 25 points down in the third quarter. Westbrook spotting up and scoring from the elbow. And Steven Adams, after a massive comeback, a 33-point turnaround, and we are going back to Salt Lake City. Listen to this crowd.
Well, when you peel back the layers of this ball.
Brought to you by Modelo Especial. Westbrook, Brewer, George, who's been red hot in the series. Carmelo Anthony, Steven Adams for OKC. Will jump it off. Utah, 6 players in double figures. Now, we showed you what a great job that Mitchell is doing. And he's picking right up where he likes. Rebounded by Westbrook. Now, they need he and Adams to step up here. They need the 3-ball from Joe. He's one of the best that we have in the league. As Favors has done a good job on Anthony. And then also, Anthony, can he get to the rim and get to the line? Boy, OKC looking for Steven. That guys play their normal minutes. Inside for Gobert. And he gets the lefty layup to go. Rudy Gobert on the side. And that blew up the seam because without him, there is 0 shot clock. Oh, Paul George making a statement early. And he's out of the game. Overshadowed in Russell Westbrook's 45 was the fact that Paul George had a bunch. He had 34. Terrible pass. That's a big miss. Favors bully ball inside over Carmelo Anthony. Got his own rebound back. Derek Favors inside. No Gobert in that paint. Westbrook behind Adams and got a soft touch to fall. Yeah, Mitchell did a good job. He fronted George, and that's what has to happen. Force them to make the pass. Joe Ingles inside. A year ago, 40% this year. He's always in the top 7-8 guys. Carmelo Anthony takes it right at Gobert and gets. And George controls for Oklahoma City down by 1. Yeah, I'm surprised Ingles just didn't take him one-on-one in that spot there rather than pass out. Westbrook hits the 3 and force him to stay outside. And now, if you're going to go over the top on the pick and rolls. They're going to also get to the basket and make things happen for you. Make Westbrook play you.
Westbrook with a high arcing mid-range jump in this match here on the shorter Jay Crowder.
Nice
him
move.
down.
Nice move.
Gobert came with the help. Grant's open, and he makes Alex Burks getting some action here, getting a touch. Royce O'Neal also in for the Jazz. Crowder for three.
Oh, they needed that.
Utah Jazz. Under a minute to go. Felton driving. Inside. Boy, Jeremy Grant.
Whatever end we're talking about, just hold the team to one shot. Everything will take care of itself. You got to get a layup here.
Repko inside, and a great recovery by Abrines, and the ball stuck. It'll be a jump ball.
Also favors down inside.
Right now it's Burks out top. Spins into the paint and got it to go off glass out in Australia. Here's to Repko. Burks feeling it at one. Alec Burks. Anthony isolated against Repko. Right where he wants it in mid-range, and that's what Carmelo Anthony has done. A rookie does. Got ripped that time by Adams. They got a 3-on-1. Adams to Corey Brewer for the flush.
Now,
you noticed that he was going to be a force early in Las Vegas Summer League play when he had 37 and knocks down 3 right there.
Listen, that was an excellent move by George, and then also the offensive rebounding has been terrific.
Westbrook backs him down and gets the bucket to fall.
This type of a situation with this team and the chemistry that they have. Remember, this team lost their first, second, fourth, and sixth scores from a year ago.
And a primal scream by Russell playing in as a member of the Baylor basketball team, and they traded up to get Donovan Mitchell, and it has really been a great move like that.
His first offensive rebound.
Westbrook closed by Mitchell. Adams finishing on the alley-oop.
Remember what he said now. This guy had to have a big game, and he's having it. With the 6 points and the 5 boards, he's doing, he's out there right now. That's 9 points. The home team isn't out of it. As poorly as Utah is playing, they're only 6 points down, okay?
Westbrook from the elbow knocks down the jump shot. He played the entire second half of the previous game, all 24 minutes. Crowder with a long 2. His foot was on for Adams. Westbrook partially blocked from behind. And here's Mitchell out of the pack. Ingles, corner 3. There you go. That's in the midst of an 8-2 run.
So you don't need the one-on-one stuff. You're confusing them.
For the tie, Ingles. Snyder likes to put the ball in Mitchell's hands. He crossed up Russell.
Oh, pretty.
Finishes with the left.
Pretty.
How many times have we seen that?
Square your body up there, do a pump fake, and then go up and go strong.
Mitchell for 3. Got it. Saved the ball from going out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock, working against Royce O'Neal. Walks him down to his sweet spot and does what Melo does. Get downhill here. Spun right into traffic, but he got it back. Mitchell high. Wow!
See, that's what he does so well. Sends it up there soft.
Westbrook for 3. Tried to draw the foul. Knocks it down.
3 assists and 18 points.
Mitchell again. He's got all 2. He and George trying to find their offensive rhythm. George with a nice dive inside to Adams for an easy jam.
Situation.
Playmaking that time by George. Mitchell going right at Anthony.
There it is.
It up. Oh!
Hold on now. And Adams is right there with 9. They're the only 2 guys that are scoring right now for Oklahoma City.
Favors and 1. 15 points here in the quarter. Perfect 6 for 6. Ingles on a step back is good.
Say it deep, go long.
Mitchell isolated against Abrines. Mitchell in his bag. It's that type of night.
Always keep coming out now. You have to develop a low post game if you're going to make a run.
And Russell does it himself.
It's an extension of the last 20 minutes of game 5.
Phenomenal. And Burks with the baseline jump
bounce like he just did, and then take it and lay it up with the left.
There it is. Scoop off glass. He's perfect tonight in the third quarter. Westbrook still feeling it, and with good reason. Paul George. Westbrook open, and another 3 hits nothing but bottom.
Well, that was an unselfish.
That one halfway down and out. Westbrook on the
here
break.
he goes.
Pushing tempo.
How about that?
Relentless Russ with the
Well,
bucket.
he's still hot that he didn't get the foul shots on that other play.
O'Neal with the push.
How about
and
that?
one.
Hey.
Doing a little wrestling to see if George can get open. Russ, a quick three.
Oh.
It's been that type of second half.
9 minutes in the first 5 games.
He's got 11 here tonight. O'Neal off the steal.
Great
layup. This is one of the best teams in the league in defense, as proven there by Gobert with the block on Grant. Maybe the defensive player of the year.
Oh, no.
And Russ with the steal. Read that pass perfectly. 3 on 2 and blocked by Favors. George comes off the screen. Grant going to try another one. Undaunted, knocks it down.
5 for 19.
Paul George just 2 field goals. Big block by Grant. Westbrook lethal in the open court. Fouled and one on the gather. Paul George.
Plenty of time.
Mitchell stepped through, tipped up, got it to go.
Now look, leading the team. You see that move? That was a nice reverse move. He sucked up the defense, and then he catches the guy moving.
Inside Adams on the other end of the alley-oop pace, but couldn't get the layup, Hubie.
And get it out. Main thing is get it out now if you're Oklahoma City. You got to make it happen.
Felton for 3, yes. Raymond Felton down to 2. Westbrook pushing tempo. Adams
nice pass.
Good feed by Westbrook. He drops
that terrific screens. Never mind the 19 points in the boards.
Felton guarding Mitchell. The scoop shot good.
Key right here.
Westbrook got it back. Wide open 3. It's a 1-point game.
Side.
A 10-2 run for the Thunder. Paul George trying to lock down defensively. 7 on the clock. Favors jumper. Got it.
Now here he comes.
Around Paul George. Got Gobert up in the air. Didn't get the foul call.
Oh, boy.
He was looking to draw the hit.
You got to foul. You've got to foul.
You got to stop the clock. Ingles with the ball.
Will somebody foul somebody?
Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook. It appears now that the OK3 season is over. Utah advances to take on Houston. Donovan Mitchell with a career night.